Was that? Can you hear me now? Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Yeah, hey, that's Jay. Welcome back to the channel. So tonight, I just wanted to, I just wanted to lay down some thoughts here. First of all, tonight is not about pointing fingers. Okay, that's the first thing I want to get clear here. Tonight is not about pointing fingers. I want to try. Tonight's not about throwing anybody under the bus. Tonight's not about calling for anybody's job. That's not what tonight's about. Okay, what tonight is about is, you know, try to understand what happened truthfully trying to understand what happened, and you know what, trying to really convey and implore to the next project, if it ever happens, and try and decide, or at least as a community, try and say what would be a great HasLab, to actually fund, doing something productive, right? Not just saying, "Oh, this was never gonna happen." Oh, no one was gonna back this for $500. There's plenty of that to go around. There is plenty of that to go around. There's always going to be a chance to criticize, right? But in this last 10 minutes, there's going to be a lot of that. I'm pretty sure. Okay, but I wanted to come today and just talk with you guys and really sort of break down why what happened, what did happen here, what was the overall cause of this, where are the mistakes, right? Where did the concept of this even come from, right? And why Reva's lightsaber? Why a lightsaber? Did anybody ask for this, right? That's the real question. Did anybody actually ask for this product, right? I mean, there are plenty of other lightsabers on the market, tons, right? Tons of them. So why, at this junction, right? After already having a failed, an uncompleted, Black Series project, why take a risk on something, like a lightsaber, not have any stretch goals to accompany it, and then putting a price tag on, which was just purely astronomical, right? What led up to those decisions, right? How are these things even conceived of at all, right? So, first of all, I want to welcome everybody back to the Mega J Retro channel and the MJR Collector channel. Thank you guys so much for all your support. It's always great. I did want to mention that so many things are happening right now, and we're not just going to talk about Star Wars tonight. We're going to talk about some other things after things settle down, like what's going on with Mattel, with Mondo, with so many different things that are happening right now. But obviously, the top of mind, in less than 7 minutes, we are going to come to the conclusion of the Reva the Reva lightsaber. So, for anybody who just happens to not know what the heck is going on, and I have no idea how that's even possible, but for anybody who is, for whatever reason, not up with current events on that level, about a month and a half ago, during the Star Wars celebration, a HasLab project for the Reva lightsaber, the Inquisitor's lightsaber, was proposed by HasLab, and it started off with a bang, like most HasLab projects before it. They always start off really, really strong, but literally not even 2 weeks into its own campaign, it plateaued. It literally flatlined. It almost seemed like no one was backing this thing. It's usually with HasLab projects, it usually is kind of a roller coaster. It kind of goes up, plateaus, goes up again, plateaus, goes up again, plateaus. That's the chart. But Raven's lightsaber, it literally 2 weeks went straight up, right, and then it just kind of slowly curved, and then literally it was like a long straight path, and it never ever recovered. The highest I believe it ever got was close to 1,500 backers. And if we take a look at its current trajectory right now, With only 5 minutes left to go, Reva's lightsaber is currently at 1,409 backers. Throughout most of the day, it has been going up and down, actually. So people have been retracting their bids. People have been placing their bids. But I actually did call this 2 days ago and said that it's not going to happen. And other other YouTube channels like Geek Dad Live and so many others have pretty much gone on the record to say that it doesn't seem feasible or possible that this thing is actually going to back. And it's really unfortunate because projects like this, no matter what we as fans want to think about these things, okay, no matter what we as fans want to think about these things and how ridiculous they are, like how could they come up with something like that? What would possess somebody to actually put that together? No matter what our thoughts are as fans, the reality is a team actually got together and put this project together, and that team worked hard. They did everything that they could to actually get support for this from the higher ups. You know what I mean? It's not a situation where they can just like throw something at the wall and hope for the best. No, this thing was planned well ahead in advance, and it's not something that can just be done on a whim. They have a prototype. They have they already have tooling for like possible tooling for this thing. They've already planned for it well ahead of time, and the money has already been spent in many ways. So I fully expect in my own head, I fully expect that this will come out in some capacity. It might not be the dream project that this is, right? It might not have those beautiful lightsaber effects, where it glows in certain sections and it doesn't in others. It might not have the reactive, electronics in there, the advanced sounds, all that kind of stuff. It might be a very, very dumbed down version of this. And I believe I actually have gone on record in saying that I think the Rancor will actually also come out eventually, either at retail with much less articulation and much less paint deco. But this one in particular is probably going to come out like as a retail release or a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, right? But it's going to be like void of so many other things, right? So what I'm trying to say there is we can't blame the designers. We can't, because they're just the people who work on this, okay? And you know what? They put as much passion and as much dedication as into it as any of the rest of us who would be working on something like this. And this is a dream project for people, right? Who actually can go home and say, "Hey, guess what I did, honey? I worked on a lightsaber." Who can say stuff like that? Like seriously, I can't. You know what I mean? Like whose job is it to actually go and make lightsabers? There are only so many people out there that I know of that can actually definitively say that. All right, so we are down to 11:58. Let's check. Again, this is just a history in the history as it is. All right, it's gone to 1,411 backers. So it actually went up by 2 backers. At this point, I'm starting to wonder if those are just troll backers. People who are literally trolling this, which kind of sucks because they know that those bids are going to be rescinded right afterwards. We are at 11:59 p.m. Less than a minute to go. Hitting refresh again. No, they've ended it early. Oh God. Okay. It looks like they've ended it early. Unless my clock is fast. Yeah, no, they've ended it early, guys. They have. No, it is. Oh no, it was to end at 11:59 p.m. Okay, that's what happened. Yeah, guys, it's over. It is officially over. The Reva third sister lightsaber has completed its run and ended its overall its lifespan with 1,411 backers, target of 5,000. It did not even make 1/5. Sorry, it just made 1/5 of its backing goal. So yeah, this is the bookend that we have for Reva. The countdown has completed. It is over, everybody. It's over. Um, but again, I'm not here to talk about failures. I'm not here to talk about even though I mean obviously we're here to talk about an incompletion of a Black series. But what I really want to talk about is what happened here. How did we come to these? How do they come to these decisions? How does this happen? All right, so let's just take some educated guesses here. Okay, the obviously you know let's not beat around the bush here. This thing was created to coincide with the Obi-Wan Kenobi web series, right? That is clearly obvious. That if that hasn't resonated in people's brains, I don't know what will, right? So this was supposed to I guess play off the success of the Obi-Wan series. And honestly, I enjoyed the Obi-Wan series. There are parts of it which I'm scratching my head on, that really in my head canon make no sense at all. And there are multiple scenes in there which I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And then they had to it's almost like they had to retcon it right in the middle of the story. It was really the series went from one direction to another very, very quickly. And you know, as a fan of Star Wars, from the original trilogy, you could easily say that Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi were not supposed to meet in that fashion, right? But the way Darth Vader said, I haven't felt a presence, I haven't felt something like this since, it was so ambiguous that I think it allowed them that little leeway to actually say, oh no, it's easy to write this in because he didn't actually say that they never met. He just said that I haven't felt this in a while, right? So that I think that's pretty much where that comes from, right? But this lightsaber in particular, was made for the Obi-Wan series. And let me tell you right, I'm going to preface this right now. There are going to be a lot of spoilers in this talk, okay? And the reason there are going to be a lot of spoilers in this talk is because one of the main reasons why I think this didn't make it to the finish line at the end are the events that happened inside of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And because of that, right, a lot of people are just looking at themselves like, why would I back this? Like, it has Reva's name on it, but at the end of the series, something happens to Reva that is that you're not gonna go back on that now, right? So, and I'm alluding to that because I don't want to spoil it right away. We're going to talk about all the spoilers as we continue with this, but I maintain, right, in my own opinion, that for all the bells and whistles that this thing had, for everything that it had going for it, the one thing that needed to do, it didn't do, which is to freaking spin. Okay, this thing needed to spin. All right, if this thing actually was spinning around like a top, and some people are joking about this. People are going to jump off of little hills and see if they can take off, right? The biggest thing about the Inquisitor's lightsaber, we're not going to talk about whether it's Reva's or anybody else's, but we're talking about the Inquisitor's lightsaber because every single Inquisitor has this lightsaber. It's not just Reva's, right? The one defining feature of these things is the damn things spin. In the video games, in Rebels, in all sorts of media, even in Obi-Wan Kenobi itself, the damn thing would spin. So it doesn't even function. It doesn't even do the one function that it needs to do, right? So they're in and of itself is a major Achilles heel for this backing. But then you know what? And here's the spoilers, guys. This is where the spoiler territory will come into. Then you come to the actual series itself. All the Inquisitors have these things. All right, it's not just Reva's, right? So why name it Reva? Why name it Reva's lightsaber? Right? Why not just name it the Inquisitor's lightsaber? That way, anybody who identifies with the Grand Inquisitor, anybody who identifies with the second sister, the third sister, the fourth brother, right? Anybody who identifies with any of the Inquisitors as a whole, as a group, right? They can claim this. They can claim this lightsaber for themselves and say, "This is my lightsaber because I'm gonna cosplay as the Grand Inquisitor tomorrow at Comic-Con," right? That's something which people can cherish. That's something which now, mind you, I don't know anybody who's going to take a $500 lightsaber into Comic-Con with the possibility of losing it and or breaking it. There's another thing about that if you're going to tout this as a cosplay, the ultimate cosplay prop, man, that is one hell of an expensive cosplay prop, I got to tell you. So, there's just so many things that went into this that you end up just scratching your head. What, like, these decisions, they just don't make any sense. Before I go on, I do want to thank everybody who's here in the chat. Thank you guys again for being here tonight. This is just my post-mortem. We're gonna look at it as that, because again, I want to find out. I want to, as a collective, I want to go through this and find out what happened here. I want us to try and dig deep and put on our sleuthing hats and try to figure out why was this even a thing? Like, seriously, this is just mind-boggling in so many ways. Miguel Gonzalez, hey Miguel, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Jason Woods, hello, staying up late to watch what happens. Well, brother, it didn't work. It's over. It's over, brother. It's over. Retro Southpaw, I can't hear you. Yeah, I know the mic was just was saying. RC says audio. Durant, I feel bad about the Star Wars fans who wanted this. Yes, I feel bad about that too. I really do. There are a lot of people who did want this. There were at least 1,400 people who wanted this, and at some point there were 1,500 people who wanted this. Jason Woods, no sound. Sorry, brother. Durant, yep, can't hear me. Toy Gallery audio. Kevin McCauley, no sound. I know it took me a second to realize what was going on. Evil Ash, I don't. It looks like no fans wanted it. That's not true. Evil Ash, that's not true. There are some fans who would like to put this on their mantle, who would like to display it as a true fan of the Inquisitors, right? I believe those are the ones who wanted to back it. Kevin McCauley's laughing about it. Retro Southpaw says, "Here we go." Yep, that's when I got my that's when I got my sound back. Evil Ash says, "Boomer, Chunky Robo Monkey. It's a miracle I can hear Jay." I know, right? Evil Ash, I feel more sorry for Cookie Monster, dude. That's crazy. I didn't for a longest time I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't even know it was a Haslab. Raymond. Going to play my sad trombone. I know. It is unfortunate. Mega Man Blade, no tears. No tears. All tears. Oh boy. Love those memes you guys are throwing up. Evil Ash, nobody really cares about Star Wars. Dude, what's going on, man? More G.I. Joe Haslabs and Transformers. Kathleen Kennedy, maybe? What the heck? Evil Ash, you're just going crazy, man. You just shots fired everywhere. Star Wars marketing people. Dude. Javon, hey, what's going on, Javon? No one grew up with Reva. You know what? There is a good point. There is a solid point, and that's actually another thing we're going to bring up. That good thing you brought that up. A Punk with Toys. Did they even do one live stream to promote this after the first showing it? There's the other problem. One of the main problems with the Rancor was that they were not fast enough to actually respond to all the criticism, respond to all of the pleading and asking for additional tiers, and even they were literally tone deaf. The Haslab team for the Rancor, they did not respond, they did not interact. It was as if they didn't care. And in a similar vein, that's exactly what happened here with Reva's lightsaber. A Punk with Toys makes a very, very good point. It's just crazy to think about that. Exactly, Evil Ash, a very good point. Lego and figure reviews. It was overpriced. Now Hasbro will have no faith in the Black Series. That's not true. I don't believe that's actually true. But they're going to be gun shy, and they need to really contemplate and really make a very good decision on what they're going to be introducing as another Haslab, going forward. Because obviously, what they're coming up with right now is not resonating with fans. Evil Ash, hard to sell something with a character we just met a few weeks ago. I hear what you're saying. Evil Ash, scroll back to the G.I. Joe. Jay Van, if it was a Kenobi and Vader combo, Saber probably would have funded. I hear what you're saying. And you know what? If it was for like $600, like $300 each for each lightsaber, I think you're right. I think it might have actually had a much better chance at doing something like that. However, I think it still would have had the same hurdles to follow. And if they did it without any stretch goals, I think they would have ended up with the same, with the same problem. El Ospina, hey, El Ospina, what's going on? Ed Ospina, what's going on? Non-spinning saber, exactly. That's the way I look at it. Evil Ash, failure to launch. RC, thousands of backers about to show up. I know, right? Again, there were some shenanigans. I'm not gonna lie. There were some shenanigans that were going on with the Rancor. Something funny was going on there. It just seemed really, really weird. At the end of it, Mecha Man Blade, more interested in Star Wars Galaxy Squadron from Jazzwares. Ah, that's interesting. Marlon Abalos. Hey, Marlon, what's going on? Would have sold if it was labeled Grand Inquisitor lightsaber. A lot didn't like her character. So again, this is what. But why even do that? Why even pigeonhole yourself by making it the Grand Inquisitor's lightsaber? Just make it the Inquisitor's lightsaber. Don't put Grand Inquisitor. Don't put third sister, fourth brother. Don't put any of that stuff. Just make it the Inquisitor's lightsaber. Thomas Schmidt, because there's no markings on it. Lackluster show, uninspired, overpriced product. For the record, I had no issue with the character. Me neither. I see the saber as an Inquisitor specific, exactly, versus a character specific. That's exactly my point. That's exactly what I'm saying. Do not pigeonhole yourself by putting a character's name on it. Put it as the entire whole. Rotax Hippie. Maybe the 4 minutes will be. May the 4 minutes be with you. Thank you, Rotax Hippie. That was awesome. Alberto Magana. Rancor Deja Vu. Yes, but the Rancor at least made it pretty interesting. This one was not even in the ballpark, honestly. Evil Ash, citation needed. I'm not sure exactly. Black Series team are getting fired. That's not true. That's not true, Alberto. And I don't wish anybody on the Haslab team ill will. The Star Wars Haslab team. I really do think that this is a failing on multiple ports, and I think, and I hope you guys will agree with me on this. I think there needs to be a shakeup. There needs to be a shakeup at the Star Wars Haslab team. I think new ideas need to come in. I don't think anybody needs to be fired. I think they can be reshuffled into different departments. I think that what's happening here is they somewhat have lost connection with the fans. They've lost they've lost communication with the fans. They're no longer communicating with the fans, and they really need to reconnect with that. Look at what the Joe team is doing. The Joe team is literally listening to what the fans are saying, and I know a lot of people are going to say they never listen to the fans. No, that is. I'm not being. That's being disingenuous, guys. They obviously are listening to the fans, but they're taking and cherry picking what they're listening to. I'll agree with that, but I think that the Star Wars team, at some level, has gone tone deaf. I don't think they're listening to anybody anymore. They are literally coming up with their own ideas, and in some way, and this is what I was trying to allude to this. They are just trying to, bleed and feed off of the success of something else. This was no coincidence when it was introduced. The reason this was introduced was to help, was to try and get a product out which would feed off the success of the Kenobi series, and that's actually why they created this thing. It had nothing to do with, and unfortunately, I hate to say it, this is not a fan's first project. A lot of people are bringing up the point that we cannot get behind a character which we only met for less than a month. And you know what? That seems to have been exactly what happened. Nobody knows who Reva was. And you know what? The story of Reva, and here come the spoilers, it's a redemption story. Okay? For anybody who hasn't watched the series, please go watch it. Tune me out right now, or just come back in a minute. But the spoilers ahead. Spoilers, no, not even ahead. I've already kind of done it. Reva, the story of Obi-Wan Kenobi also encompasses Reva's redemption story. Okay, throughout the entire series, it seems like she's the worst person, in the galaxy, right? Hunting down younglings, hunting down, Jedi, remaining Jedi, right? But with a ferociousness that not even her fellow Inquisitors have, and it's just crazy. She's mowing down innocent people as well as Jedi. It doesn't matter, right? As long as she reaches her goal. But later on, we find out her overall motive is actually something completely different. And by the end of the series, her character goes from one from one character arc and goes through a transition into a final arc. And in a lot of ways, me personally, I think it needed 3 more episodes. I think the series needed 3 more episodes to truly complete that story, because it was not evident to me that she actually changed by the end of the series. She was remorseful. She couldn't bring herself to do it. But why is it at that moment she couldn't bring herself to do it when every other moment prior she was literally mowing down innocent people? It just did not connect. It did not connect with me, and that I think is another reason why people are like, well, I'm not gonna collect this thing because I don't understand the character, and it doesn't make it to me. It's not something. If it had been in the Inquisitor's lightsaber, I think it would still have had the same problems, because they don't have any. We're going to break this down later, but there's nothing to support this. There are no incentives. They're literally asking you to buy this product solely based on the idea that you want it, but nobody wants it, right? Nobody asked for it. That's the problem. At least it appears that way. And with Reva herself, at the end here, major spoiler ahead, guys. Major spoiler ahead. I'm going to do it in 3. Okay, super. I'm going to tell you again, super spoiler here. It's pretty much the end of the story. 2, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched it, so cover your ears right now. 1, yeah, basically here it comes, guys. Reva ditches her lightsaber at the end of the show. So, what the hell? Why am I buying this thing? It's Reva's Inquisitor's lightsaber, and she literally abandons the freaking sorry, she is literally, again, major spoilers here. She's left to die, right, as a traitor to the Inquisitors. Okay, I warned you guys, there are going to be spoilers on this one. She's literally left to die as a traitor to the Inquisitors, and then after a whole another episode, she literally drops her lightsaber and pretty much buries it in the sand, a la Rey, right? That to me does not instill any reason for me to buy this thing, because it's named after her, right? And you know what? Maybe if I had actually gone through that journey with Reva, right? If I loved that story from Obi-Wan Kenobi, right, about Reva's journey, and then I really connected with that character, maybe then you can name a lightsaber after her. And I will be like, oh man, this is really, really cool. Like, it's the namesake of Reva, the legendary Reva. But there's none of that, right? There really isn't. At least not for me, who's grown up with Star Wars for decades, right? She's too new. There's no emotional connection there for me yet. And a lot of people seem to be on that same wavelength. A Punk with Toys, easy there, brother. Evil Ash. They should have planned to make something people would buy. Let's not be cruel. Let's not be Let's not be unnecessarily sarcastic on that. Of course, they intended people to buy this. They would, again, they put too much money into it for people for them not to want to sell this thing. This thing was supposed to actually have been sold, but it just did not make it. It just did not make it. That's basically where it is. Jason, I think it would have fun if they made it spin. Yes, that's exactly my point. I believe the same thing. I would have fun if you were able to fly like in Rebels. Absolutely. Sith Brit, what's going on, brother? Bring back the sail barge. Yes, actually, you know what? There's something that people have been clamoring for. Sith Brit, thank you for doing that. There is something I think a lot of people would like a second chance at, honestly, and we'll get to that in a minute, because honestly, that's a really good point, Sith Brit. Sorry, I'm going to skip a little bit, guys, because there are a lot of people here who haven't been haven't said hi to. RC, don't know if it ever gets released as Reva's. Yeah, I know it's probably going to go as, like, if it ever gets re-released, it's going to be the Inquisitor's lightsaber. J Van, this will be repacked as Inquisitor. So yes, of course, that's exactly what it is. YDC. 411 out of 5,000. Do I hear 412? Do I hear 412? Anybody 412? It did not make it that far, my friend. Mega Man Blade. This is even worse than the Rancor. Yeah, pretty much crazy. Acid Punk. They gave up. Yes, they did. It pretty much is done. Toy Gallery. A tricky sell for an item from a character not even well received or liked. Yes, and I'm not going to go as far as that, but yes, there just was not enough connection. Rara Ken, hey, what's up? If the mold and the tooling for Reva and the Rancor is already developed, Hasbro needs to use those molds and tooling to break even at least. Yes, eventually they'll be used in a future release when people have already kind of cooled down on it and are not so it's not so much of a painful memory in people's heads. Recoverell. A toy version of the Saber made for kids where it can spin might become a better product. Yes, but I don't think they're going to let that happen because of the liability of spinning with kids' toys. I think you could probably do that with an adult collectible. I don't think you can do about a kid's toy. Evil Ash, how about that tank? I know, right? Hey, let's not get off topic here, guys. Jay Sarapio, at Red Can, the new Black Print album in August. I like that. I'd like the black print pink in my area. Oh, you guys are talking. Thomas Schmidt, those failed Haslabs won't ever see retail. That would undercut the very purpose of Haslab. A failed Haslab, ironically, is the bullet dodged for Hasbro that had these gone to retail. I hear what you're saying, Thomas, but they've already spent money on the tooling. They've already spent money on the research and development. I do actually believe they'll take a shot at it somewhere. I don't know if it's retail. You're probably right, but I do believe in the future it might end up being a Haslab project. That's my level of thinking. Jabbar Robbins, saw your Centurion's Max Ray video. Cool. But you didn't set up his weapons like in the cartoon. I did to a degree. I just used the setup gimmick on the back for something else, right? But you know what? In my head, I can't remember exactly if I did at 100% correct. Maybe I didn't. Maybe you're right. Anyway, thanks, Jabbar. Miguel Garcia, I hope Hasbro learns from this and gives the fans the products they will back like the hits. Yes. The Haslab team has to start listening again. They have to actually open up to new ideas because right now they're in an echo chamber. It seems to me that like they're in an echo chamber, or they're being given orders from the top to do something because of other things that are happening in the media right now. That's a big possibility about this. I actually do believe that this product was actually a directive from the suits up top. And the reason I say that is because it coincides too closely with the release of a television series. And most executives believe that that's actually a win-win scenario, right? They can actually make money off the series. They can make money off of the toys. And it didn't really work out in this regard. Mega Man Blade. Rebrand the Rancor for the Book of Boba Fett. Sell the single Inquisitor lightsaber like they did with the Darth Maul lightsaber. Nice. Lastly, release it at retail. Yes. Honestly, Mega Man, those are actually good basic indicators for success. Rotax Hippie, the 32-inch diecast Tomy Trek Enterprise has more value. Ends to 724. There you go, guys. So if anybody's inclined, go take a look at that one. Michael Miller, it's a $500 lightsaber, missing functionality. It was never going to make it. You're a prophet. Everyone's a prophet. They actually predicted this, right? It doesn't spin, it's not going to make it. 100%, Michael. Thank you. Gnarly Charlie 85. This is not the type of thing everybody wants. Yes, it is a very, very niche product, unfortunately. And you know what? I've heard so many people, so many YouTubers asking, does anybody actually buy lightsabers? Like, seriously, that's a really good question. Other than cosplayers and people who really into lightsabers, does anybody actually collect them? Actually, I don't know. I seriously don't know. I know my friend Dan actually is one of those collectors. He really collects every single lightsaber that's available. But he's in Calgary, and I haven't seen his collection lately. But man, I think he would have been one of the guys to back this. Seriously, I really do. But there aren't that many. There are not that many. Renegade Biker, hey, what's going on, Renegade? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, guys, I'm going to start skipping a little bit. RC, needs to be a cheaper or spin. Yes, I believe so too. I'm just going to people I haven't said hi to. David Nornith, hey, what's going on, David? It's also kind of unwieldable. Actually, yeah. When you think about it, you can't do well. If you take off the two rings, you can do the spinning. Right? But my problem with it is it also bowed. It's sort of bowed on the sides. And actually, that's one of the problems with it after the fact, which they addressed directly in one of their, I guess you could call bonuses. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yo, Joe C. Hey, what's going on? I'm not a Star Wars fan, but sorry for all y'alls. No, you know what? Don't be sorry. It didn't seem like any of us in here, at least, were going to back it anyway. So thank you, Josie. Moz Kills 76. Hasbro Pulse didn't even put it up on their front page the final day. They gave up on it. It was up on the front page. I clicked on it. It's actually 5 rows down though. That's actually what happened. Joseph, Star Wars and the Vintage Collection Haslab 2 out of 2 funded. Just saying. Ooh, that's crazy. I know. I know. I hear what you're saying. That is actually true. But that's not an indicator of success. It's really not. The Rancor didn't fund because it was overpriced to begin with, and I agree with Michael Tidarian Hanger. For the price, even though I was willing to do it because I really wanted a Rancor, they just did not have the tiers really needed to be there to actually push it to the finish line, and it just did not make it. It just did not. Brian Brink, tuning in late. Did it actually reach 1,500? Spoilers, Brian. No, it did not. It did not make it, my friend. Kevin D. Not sure what the Star Wars team is thinking. Strike number 2. I don't know. It's getting. Again, I think that this one in particular wasn't their fault. I think this one is actually directed from the top. I'll be honest with you, because it just seems too convenient that it was released during the time of Kenobi. This would have been interesting to be released after Kenobi, right? Because then maybe some people would have had connection with Reva. That might have been a thing. Hollywood Purgatory. This is the wrong item and the wrong price. I can't deny that on both accounts. Is that troll from Scott Knight from Night? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. Doesn't if you're talking about a person who was here, I don't believe so. Hollywood. There are probably Kenobi and Vader Saber replicas out there already. Kenobi just got announced, so he's got his own Saber, and I don't think they ever stopped selling Darth Vader Sabers. This one doesn't spin. I know that. No stretch goals. Yes. My problem with this campaign is it gives an alt-right anti-Star Wars fan ammo. Okay, I have no idea what that means. Toy Bounty Hunter. Hey, Jay, I know that there's no evidence, but I'm positive that Disney had their hands in this. This is why I think the team was just not enthusiastic because they didn't really want to do it. See, there's a good point, Toy Bounty Hunter. And, it sort of feeds into what I'm saying. I think this was a directive from the top. I really do. I think that they said, we need to push something to help push the Kenobi series or to coincide with the Kenobi series so that people get, aware of it. And I think that's actually why they did this. Honestly, I think that's actually what it was, it's a conspiracy theory kind of idea, but I think it holds water. Sith Scale Separatist. The next Star Wars Haslab should be a voted one. That is a good idea. Give us 3 decent ideas and let the fans choose. That is a great idea, Sith Scale Separatist. I like that. I like that a lot. Hollywood Purgatory. Redcore had 9,800 backers. Yes, it almost made it. It was so close to making it, it wasn't funny. But there were so many shenanigans going on at the end. I wonder if they just couldn't afford to let it happen afterwards. Steve Howe. Star Wars is dead. That's not true at all, Steve. Star Wars is well and alive, honestly. The next Mandalorian will definitely be a huge one for a lot of fans. Wildor! Star Wars doesn't seem pretty done at this point. Star Wars does seem pretty done at this point. Oh, Gwildor, calm yourself. Toy Cartel. With so many days left on the His Tank, do you think that we might get another unlock between now and the next 35 days? Not getting too far into the G.I. Joe line, but we might get bonuses. I don't think we're going to get any more tiers. I don't think that's going to happen. They're not going to ask us. They're not going to introduce a new tier and say, "Hey guys, if you hit 20,000, you get this." No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think what they might do is if we hit 20,000, they might say, "Hey guys, thank you so much for backing the project. As a huge thank you for you guys helping us to reach 20,000 backers and making this a raging success. We're going to give you posters. We're going to give you blast effects. We're going to give you T-shirts. We're going to give you that, blah, 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 blah." I think that's probably more likely than, "Oh, guys, by the way, we had this in our back pocket. At 20,000, you get an ASP." I don't think that's going to happen, Toy Cartel. I don't think so. Jason Fitz. I think it was Disney's pushing them to do it. LOL. And you know what? I am actually leaning more towards that idea every single time we talk about it. I really do think that it came from the orders from the top. I'm not going to lie about that. I really do believe that in a sense, because this came out during the time of the freaking series. And really, at the end of the series, she literally, and spoilers ahead for anybody who just joined us, Reva, spoilers again, last warning, spoilers, Reva ditches her lightsaber. So naming it after her is kind of like, it just makes no freaking sense. Timmy K. Poindexter Jr. Esquire. I made some ube mochi waffles, and it was a hit with the kiddos. That's awesome, dude. Did they? They must have been chewing for days. Toy Bounty Hunter. If they were gonna make a character specific lightsaber, then why not do a lightsaber for I don't know, the character that shows up that's supposed to be about Obi-Wan Kenobi. They are selling it. You can even see it right here. It's actually at the bottom. If you actually, where is it? Hey, where'd you go? It doesn't do it on the mobile. Where it is? Here it is. I gotta hit refresh again. Yeah. It's funny because I've been mentioning this a whole bunch of times. If you're gonna try and sell this thing, they took it out. I wonder if they took my advice. At one point, they were actually showcasing all the other lightsabers right at the bottom, and now they're not showing it at all. But actually, I wonder if this has been archived. That's also another possibility. Anyway, they do have an Obi-Wan lightsaber. It's actually here. If you look up Obi-Wan, right, and you hit enter, it actually does show. Where is it? There it is. There's Obi-Wan's lightsaber. It's right here. So, yeah, it does exist at $278.99, which is a much easier pill to swallow, although that's pretty expensive in and of itself. So, yeah, I mean, it's not like they could have done it, or it's not like they were going to do it. I think they were going to do it. They obviously did it. It's right there. But, yeah, you're right. This actually, in a lot of ways, this should have been the, not the Kickstarter, not the Haslab, I don't think so. But definitely, this should have been at least somewhat involved. You know, it's kind of that thing. Kevin D. They may just be thinking they may just be thinking too hard. Star Wars fans want certain things. Just listen to them. Yes, absolutely. Listen to the fans. That's something that needs to happen. Punk with Toys. Sorry, RC. Star Wars not done. Mando is still hot. Yes, it is. Yes, he is. He's a hot tamale. Punk with Toys. The Star Wars team looks like they hate their jobs on their live streams. Yeah, you know that actually. I actually can't deny that. That's actually kind of funny. There's no chemistry, and it shows. Wow, that's an interesting observation, my friend. Jason Fitz. A Boba jetpack like the Ghostbusters would have been gangbusters. You know what? Yes, but I think they would have had to include. I think because of this. Here's the thing. In my opinion, Boba's lightsaber is awesome. But which one do you do, right? Do you do this more subdued version? Do you do the multicolored version? You know what I mean? Do you do the super hyper realistic version? Like, which one do you do? And then what happens is, do you make do you make the rocket, shoot? Because I'm telling you right now, that's not going to fly, right? That's number two. But again, the other thing is, it needs to do something. It needs to have some sort of lights or sound or something they have to reintroduce into it. I think it's got to have sound at the very least. You strap it on. You hit a button and it starts actually making the sounds of an actual jetpack, and then you hit the rocket firing button, and it actually the ring around the bottom of the rocket actually makes it appear like it's firing off. Those kinds of things which are kind of neat little gimmicks, right? But then at the end you need to do something else, like you have to have some really good stretch goals, right? Which obviously Boba Fett figures up the wazoo. It'll be absolutely crazy, or something else to do it. But yes, Jason Fitz, I do believe that you're right. A Boba Fett rocket pack would definitely go somewhere. I don't think it would have had any. Well, I think it would still have problems, but I don't think it would be that bad. Hollywood Purgatory. The G.I. Joe team should replace the Star Wars team. You know what? It's not as simple as that. It really is not. It really is not. Sith Brit. They should have done the Inquisitor's scythe. Yes, I believe that's actually a good idea. And again, just make it Inquisitors. Just the Inquisitors. Don't pigeonhole yourself with the name Reva. That pretty much, you're really limiting your market right there, in my opinion. Darth Umbra. Maybe you need to fund Cara Dune figures. That's a can of worms we're not even going to go under. Even though I adore Gina Carano. Really, I adore her. I adore the Cara Dune, and I do hope that she returns. I really do. I sincerely, sincerely do. Oh wow, the chat's just exploded. Brian Durkin. Hey, what's going on? I enjoy your channel, Jay. Love Star Wars, but this was a no-go. So boring. But I funded the His Tank first day. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Brian. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure about boring. I think that this had some excitement in it, based on the idea that it is from the Inquisitors. For me, that's really what piqued my interest when I first heard about it. An Inquisitor's lightsaber, but being given a name, a specific character's name, that it belongs to Reva, that kind of limited my enthusiasm. And then having no freaking stretch goals to support this, that pretty much killed my enthusiasm, right? $500 for something that's literally just a saber, not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not in my house, anyway. Randall Guzik. Randall, what's going on? Star Wars fans aren't cheap. I agree with you, Randall. I agree with you. David Nornith is laughing his butt off. Toy Gallery. A lot of Disney Plus series always, on the second last episode, seem forced to wrap up a ton of plot points in the final episode. That is actually a really good point. If you're actually talking about The Last Jedi or the Rise of Skywalker, things like that. Yeah, I see where you're coming from, and it really does not do a service for the fans, right? Because again, we're waiting for a really good story, and all of a sudden it's like seriously vacuumed in right at the end. It's kind of disappointing in a lot of ways. Hollywood Purgatory, Mega J. Retro people are buying lightsabers out in the wazoo at Celebration. Yeah, exactly. So okay. So there are a lot of people who are buying, but that's that. You know what though? During Celebration, I can see why people are buying lightsabers, because they want to share in that moment. That's the best time. That's the best place and the best time to actually buy lightsabers. But if you're just a casual person walking down Toys R Us, and I see lightsabers all the time. Unless you're a really dedicated fan who really wants a lightsaber for your birthday, I pass that thing by myself. And you know what? It sits there for forever. It's a long game for lightsabers. I'm telling you right now, it is a long game. Michael Reyes, dude, I can get the quality lightsaber for less than $500. Poor judgment of a project. Well, yeah, I can't argue with you there, Michael. And then that's not that's not even talking about all the secondary, and third party laser swords that exist in the market now, right? Arguably of better quality in terms of making them practice swords, right? There's a lot of things to be said about those as well. Hollywood Purgatory. People wanted dark saber and Rey's personal yellow saber, and they have those now. So now they are in the market, and you can buy them, and for a lot less. Ironically, Steve CTG, bury that thing in the sand, which is what ended up happening. Right? I see what you did there. Steve. Manifest 132. Manifest 132. I would take a Black Series Delta 7 Jedi Starfighter. Ooh, that's it. There's a great idea. Holy crap. Randall Guzik. This could be Disney Park. This could have been a Disney Park product. Yep. That is actually true. I think it would have sold better, to be perfectly honest with you. Oliver Belmonte. Jay, for the record, if I were Hasbro, I would give the Haslab Rancor a second chance as long as Ooh-La is included. Yes, I know, but that's not going to happen. Unfortunately. Nope. People not buying this is a rejection of everything new from Star Wars. The series was terrible. I don't think the series was particularly terrible. I think that it needed 3 more episodes. I really do believe that, and I believe that they needed to really concentrate more on Obi-Wan. I appreciate his romp around the galaxy for a little bit, one last great adventure. But you know what? If you're going to follow the canon which you laid out in the comic books as a Disney property, if you're going to lay out the canon that's been built up on the expanded universe stuff, then you know what, you should have allowed for Black Chrysanthemum, to actually be in the series. He would have been amazing, right? And just even that one fight, I think fans would have been completely losing their minds if they saw that fight, and I think it would really help them to sell Black Chrysanthemum figures. I really do believe that, in my humble opinion. Steve Howe, Hero Quest was a Haslab, and it ended up at retail. There you go. It can happen. It can happen. which is terrible actually. Now that you really think about it. Hollywood Purgatory at Mega J. Is that speculation, or do you have evidence to back that up? I don't. It's all speculation. I totally take everything I have at face value because that's all it is. I have no proof. I have nothing to say. I'm just thinking in my head. You know what's called that the higher ups were the ones who actually push this Haslab project. That's just me. That's just me talking. Nope. The entire series was directed from above. Well, there you go. I mean, like it's. I'm not the only one who's thinking it. Truthfully, I'm not. Steve Howe. The only way I would buy a lightsaber would be if I actually cut through steel. Ha ha ha. You know what? Look up real life lightsaber on YouTube. You'll see one. You will see one. One has been made and it actually exists. Sith Bread. I collect Sith Lord sabers. There you go. Again, some people are into it. Some people are hugely into it. But you know what? I just don't see it as a massive thing for the masses. SGF 129. I wish they would make a Jawa sandcrawler. I'd pay for that, Haslab. You know what? I would love to have a Jawa sandcrawler, but it has to open up, and I have to see every single level, just like they did in the video games. I would have to see every little compartment, I'd see all. I need to see the droid, the droid hold. I'd have to see, where the sandcrawler, what's it called, cockpit. Where they drive the thing. I'd have to see the sleeping quarters. I'd have to see, where they store their pets, where they cook their food. I'd have to see all that crap because, that thing is so huge. It can do so many things. And in my opinion, as stretch goals, first of all, it should come with two. It should come with two. First of all, it needs to come with two. What's it called? Two Jawas right off the bat, right off the hop. It has to have two Jawas, a driver and a negotiator, right? Right. A driver and a droid herder. There you go. A driver and a droid herder. That would be great, right? That's the first two things to come in. And then then for the stretch goal, you would have to have a five set Jawa crew, right? And this has to be vintage collection. There's no way we can do Black Series. That's impossible. And then you need to have what's it called? Additional droids as another stretch goal, like a whole bunch of random droids. They can just be repaints of the existing droids that already exist. Who cares, right? It'll be so awesome. That would be great. Awesome suggestion, SGF 129. James Serapio. Disney can't mandate the exact product now. Not how licenses work. Hasbro pays for an IP license to make certain things, and there is a requirement to make the toy tie-ins as determined by Hasbro. Well, okay, James, you obviously have some insight on that. I don't know, but in my opinion, I still think that they can make decisions on certain things, like how the products are like these products. They're suggested by somebody, and I know that they pay for it, but with a license, so they pay for the overall universe. I think that's something you can definitely do. I think that's actually what, and they own Star Wars, right? They own they own Lucasfilm, so. I'm not sure that's even a question. Xeno XSL. There's tooling for these Haslab projects, or are they mock-ups first? Molds for these things cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, this is true. But whatever prototype they had, it was there. And I think you're right. It probably wasn't tooling, but they definitely were doing prototyping. That definitely seems to be the case. 100%. I totally agree with you. All right. Anybody else I haven't said hi to? Okay. TQLLA. Tequila. I agree. Star Wars collectors market has been on the decline since The Last Jedi. There was a bump from Mando, but that was it. And I think it's been a bit of more than a bump. I think that Mando really actually has really brought relevancy back to Star Wars, in my opinion. Sith scale separatist at Hollywood Purgatory. Awesome. Armando, what did I miss? It didn't happen, bro. It didn't happen. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the idea that you're late to the party, and I think that's hilarious. But it didn't happen, Armando. Toy Gallery. The same thing is happening with Marvel. Creative teams are pushed to the side, and marketing departments have much more influence over decision making. That is a really good that is a really good concept. I think you have something there. Monkey Jeebus. Hey guys, what's going on, Monkey Jeebus? D White. It's just an Inquisitor lightsaber. Yes, that's what it should have been. That's exactly what it should have been. in my opinion. Moss Kill 76. I think the Black Series original X-wing would have been funded. Also a Black Series Anakin's Jedi Interceptor from Episode 3 would have as well. I'm not sure about Anakin's. Well, actually, maybe you're right. But it depends. I wasn't really so much into that version of his Interceptor. It kind of, you know what? No, for me that would have been a pass. I would not have backed that. It's a great idea in terms of like a vehicle which is scaled for 6-inch. That would have been nice, but I don't think you could do a Haslab with that. That's just my opinion, though. William Wilson, what's going on, my bro? Darth Vader's the executorship would have hit its goal the first day. Just saying, yes, it would have had to be. It definitely it would have had to be a vintage collection, but that thing would have been the size of 2 of my couches. That would have been 2 of my couches. I don't think anybody could actually have that in their home. That thing is ridiculous. Cartel. I wonder if the Saber would have funded if they gave figures as unlocks, maybe TVC or Black Series. I think it needed some actual tiers. It needed some stretch goals. They had none. It's almost like it was destined to fail. It's almost like they didn't want it to actually go anywhere, and they just wanted to hype up interest for the Obi-Wan series. I don't know. It just seems like that to me. Jamie Wang. I think the Jabba's throne was originally the Haslab project, but then was replaced by Reva's lightsaber due to the airing of the Obi-Wan series. That is a really good concept too, Jamie. That's actually very, very possible. You know, I you know what? Yeah, I can get behind that for sure. Capitan, they're gifted. The Haslab lightsaber is Bantapudu. Nothing like smelling Bantapudu in the morning. Armando, I'm glad I'm not a Star Wars collector. Motu for life. Motu for life, my friend. That's right. Steel yourself. Get yourself ready for the next 2 days because She-Ra is going to be... I just do not have the funds, man. I just don't have the funds. Toy Gallery. It's like releasing Stormtrooper Blaster, calling it TK427's gun. He's not going to need it. Wee, that is a good one. William Wilson. Darth Vader's the executor would meet its goal in the first... Yes, you did mention that earlier. All right. Who else have we not said hi to yet? Oh, here we go. Cornflakes, baby. Meg J, you rock. Keep up the great work. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you, I really do. Drifter Comic. Maybe if they coupled the lightsaber with Rancor, it would have happened. LOL. You know, that's actually a pretty good idea. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually a really, really good idea. Jilly Reds Comics. Hey, Jilly, what's going on? Waiting to go all in on the lightsaber that actually cuts metal. LOL. Jilly, I sent you a text. Did you get it on Instagram? Anyway, happy to connect with you, brother. Hollywood Purgatory. What's ironic is people were bitching about Cara Dune being Mary Sue. Okay, whatever that means. In season 1, because she was able to beat up Mando hand to hand strong, was bad acting. Strong and was bad acting by Carano. I don't think any of that's true. What's a Mary Sue? Anyway, whatever. I didn't know her name was Mary Sue. Anyway, what's it called? Zamir Mas. They should never have offered a brand new character a lightsaber for such a huge price. Yes, I believe that is definitely one of the things that helped to that furthered the issues. Comb 100. The Inquisitors have such a unique lightsaber. Each have unique lightsaber hilts. You know, that's true. I guess you're right. But for the most part, they're basically the same. You know what I mean, Comb? And you know what? That's something which you could do that with magnets. You know what I mean? Like that's something else that you can add. You can actually sell Inquisitor packs. That would have been a really good idea. I think stretch goals. What the heck? Those could have been the stretch goals. Oh my God! You know what, Comb? You just hit it on the head. You just solved the freaking problem. They should have included unique saber hilts for at least the top portions. They should have included unique saber or had that as a freaking stretch goal. Comb, what a great idea, man! Like, oh my God, damn dudes, what the hell? Ron Sarmiento, can you think of something that saves Star Wars Hasbro Haslab? You know what? I think the biggest thing that they can do is listen to the fans. It's not just me. It's not just you. We all have great ideas. I think if they need to save if I don't know if it needs saving, but for the next Hasbro Haslab, they need to listen to the fans. I think that's really what it is. Fans have a lot of suggestions, and some of them are great. Yo, Joe C, a real lightsaber would cost 500K. I think it would cost a lot more than that. And the fuel to actually to keep it going, I think that would be ridiculous. Anybody else that we haven't said hi to yet? No, I think we're good. I can start answering all the other questions I skipped. Oh, here we go. Exotic Car Facts official channel. Ripaverse. Yeah. Ripaverse. Okay, easy there, brother. Easy. Aaron Grove. I would support a 1-to-1 scale blurg bucket for that thing. Oh, Aaron, that's disgusting. I like it. I like it a lot. That's awesome, dude. Julie Red's comments. I'll check it out. Thanks, Julie. Again, I sent you a PM because I was hoping to maybe connect with you tonight. Justin Tense. Been lurking for a while playing games. Keep up the good work, Jay. Thank you so much, Justin. I really appreciate that. Jilly, that Java sound crawler with the different levels would be definitely a Star Wars Haslab project. Yes, I think that would be an amazing project, personally. All right, so guys, thanks again for getting such amazing comments tonight. It's been absolutely wonderful. So I did want to say, nope. People not buying this is a reject. Oh no, I remember that. Randa Guzik, this could be a Disney park product. Yeah, it could be. That's actually something that could definitely be. So one thing I did want to say about this as a postmortem, is, you know what we've already gone through the multiple reasons why what could have happened. It could have been something which was just literally just to coincide with the Kenobi series, and in that virtue, by that virtue, it sort of served its purpose, which was to help promote the series. In and of itself, that's not a bad thing, but it was an expensive project. That much is true. But what could have helped this thing along? Now that we've gone through and a whole bunch of people like Combe really hit this on the head. I truly believe that if they had as a stretch goal unique hilts, to actually put on the like right here, right, or somewhere along the chamber, if they had introduced that as a stretch goal, man, imagine that. That would have been great. It could have been the third sister. It could have been the second brother. It could have been so many different unique characters, some of which we haven't even met yet. That would have been so awesome. And you know what? Make them different colors. Like this band here is silver. The replaceable band could have been gold or emerald or sapphire. Those make it so unique and so interesting in terms of collectors, right? There really wasn't much of a collector attitude here, right? Yes, it is the most advanced lightsaber of its kind. Yes, it does look absolutely fantastic. It has so many different features, like being able to detach from the bottom, detach from the top, create a full ring. It has its own stand, right? Beautiful sculpting, beautiful attention to detail. It really is a pinnacle of design. That we cannot deny. But we do see that at the presentation at the Star Wars Celebration, the Saber's bow, right? That's not good. And even later on, they actually introduced the idea of the stands on the left and the right to hold up the saber, the lightsabers themselves. Not that anyone's actually going to put this on the mantle, but that's not really good. We're drawing attention to something that's actually not supposed to happen on the saber. Having said that, stretch goals, I think, just like with the Rancor, they did not learn from the lessons of the past. This really did depend on some stretch goals, right? And there were none. For $500 freaking dollars, this thing had better spin. That if you're not going to include any sort of stretch goals, that to me is actually one of the main reasons why a very big factor as to why that happened. But as I said, wrapping everything up, in terms of like this post-mortem, I think there definitely was some sort of interference from the top. I think they really did decide that this needed to be this thing needed to have some sort of connection to a current television series, and that's actually why they did it. And you know what? They said Reva's a brand new character. She's going to really connect with the fans. Let's put it in that way. And it just didn't happen, unfortunately. Right? There's just so many different reasons why that didn't go. That didn't actually resonate. Um, but the price, let's just make put the real reason, the capital reason why this didn't fund is the freaking price. Nobody has $500 to put down on a lightsaber. Nobody. Okay. Gas is at an all-time high. Groceries, food is at an all-time high. You know what I mean? You can't really buy meat anymore without flinching every time you do. Like going to McDonald's is getting expensive. Like it's getting crazy out there, and you're asking people to spend $499 on a lightsaber plus shipping, and you don't even get it for a year. Like that's a tough pill to swallow. And I think really at the like ignoring everything else, ignoring every other factor out there, the stretch goals, the Reva's name, the higher ups who actually possibly made this made the call to make this happen. The price was the barrier to entry, and you needed 5,000 people to back this thing at $500. What is that? If they actually met their goal at $499.99 times 5,000. Oh dear God! Oh my God! That is $2.5 million. Holy shit! That's crazy. $2.5 million is what they would have walked away with if they actually hit their target. Let me just double check on that one more time. $499.99 times 5,000 equals, yeah, $2.5 million. Holy crap. That's insane. And yeah, that's just crazy. I don't know if as much technology that's in there, I'm not really sure it really warranted a price tag of that much. In my opinion, I could be wrong. Maybe that's actually what it was. And it was chock full of technology and everything like that. But you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't spin. For $500, I would expect it to spin. That's just me. It doesn't have nobody has to agree with me. That's just me. I feel that for $500, I want the damn thing to spin. That's just my overall. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry, guys. That's just my attitude right now. I want it to spin. Okay, where are we right now? Sorry, I lost my place. Here we are. All right, Armando. Sorry, wrong one. I already read that one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Chaz. Hey, Chaz, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Hey, brother Jay. Good to see you, Chaz. Love your memes, brother. Guys, if you haven't already, definitely go over to Chaz the Guru's Instagram. He does some amazing memes, hilariously funny stuff, particularly about G.I. Joe and, of course, Star Wars. Great stuff. Captain Vergiften. I only collect original trilogy. There you go. That's actually a safe place. That is a very safe place. Ron, Captain Vergiften. Those are nice. Absolutely. Hollywood Purgatory. Keeping my politics out of Star Wars. Oh, there you go. That's a good idea. Justin Mohan. Hey, Justin, what's going on, brother? It would have succeeded if it was a character. If it was a character people were familiar with. Honestly, at $500, I even question that, Justin. I think that it would have succeeded if it was $399 and had a few stretch goals. Just like, what's that noise? That's a tank rolling down the street. Yes, that is a his tank. $399. Okay, that was $299. Jilly Red's Comics. The coolest thing for the Disney Star Wars trilogy happened in the first minute of the movie when the Kylo Ren froze the blaster shot. Went all the way downhill from there. I know, right? I think Darth Vader did something similar in the Obi-Wan series. Kind of, not really, but yeah, he showed some crazy force powers. Jilly Comics, $500. Yeesh. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Ron Sarmiento, if you think I think if you make good products, people will buy it. Star Wars Lego have $600 to $900 sets and are selling. Yeah, but Lego is a different beast altogether here on. That is a completely different beast. Julie writes comics. 250 may be better. Yes, I actually do believe that. James Sarmiento, Serapio. At Hollywood Purgatory, Renegade Biker is a nice dude, decent community member. The world has some influences and skews that I prefer to illustrate. There you go. Justin, did you see the new Super 7 lineup for SDCC? It's more impressive. Yes, it is actually pretty interesting. Maybe we'll check. Maybe we'll take a look at it before we end off the stream. Two failed Star Wars Haslabs got to go back to TVC. They will. The TVC has succeeded quite a bit. Hollywood Purgatory at James. I get being upset about having politics. I shoved it down. I shoved down your throat. But there are some people who are letting it warp their minds. All right, I totally missed. You guys are having your own side conversations, but that's okay. Savage, yes. Cobra Commander is savage. Let's see here. Spunctimus Prime. Jeez Louise. How's it going? This is off topic, but I do see Fans Toys Phoenix in the back. But do I see a Fans Toys Phoenix in the background? What? No. There's no Fans Toys here. No. There's no Fans Toys here. I don't know what you're seeing. It's definitely not Fans Toys. I don't have any Fans Toys in my collection, unfortunately. No. Sorry. No, that's just a regular. That's just a regular. I wish it was. But that's just a regular War for Cybertron. Thanks for noticing, Spunctimus Prime. Good eye, but not exactly. Holly Purgatory. And a 2011 documentary came out called People versus George Lucas. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure if I want to watch that. Jilly Rice Comics. It definitely needs a spinning mechanism at $500. Yes, I totally believe that. Myself, I totally believe that. Where are we? We got some more here. RC. They definitely need to work on preventing future failures. It doesn't look good. Yes, the optics on this are not good at all. That's pretty crazy. People actually complained, and ain't it cool news? The Phantom Menace raped my childhood. I don't see that as genuine. I enjoyed the Phantom Menace. I thought it was great. And you know what? A lot of people are saying now that they've seen other Star Wars movies that the original trilogy really wasn't that bad. Like, again, it rose-colored glasses, man. Like, it's interesting when you see what you don't have than what you do have. James, Hollywood Purgatory, to be fair, when I was friends, when my friends and I watched The Phantom Menace the third time, we warned the other attendees that we were going to be obnoxious. Luckily, so were they, LOL. I really liked The Phantom Menace. I thought it was awesome. Justin, yeah, you're kind of right. I'm wondering where you guys are having side conversations, which is fine. Ivy Dog, what's going on? Black Series Millennium Falcon. Ooh, damn. How big would that be? You know what? Yes, all time, yes. But I don't know. I don't think it's big enough to fit inside somebody's house. That thing would be gigantic. Even at 2/3 scale, that thing would be huge. That thing would be absolutely massive. RC, the Black Series Falcon would be too expensive. I think they could do it, but I don't think it would fit. I just don't think it would fit in any business. It would be like the Flag. The Flag is gigantic. If you guys have ever seen the Flag, it's actually huge. Retro Collector. Not an expert on Star Wars props. I recall a company called Master Replicas. I wonder what is the prop market like, and if this item was all plastic. And if this item was all plastic, then it might have been held as a deterrent from baking. What? The last part I didn't understand. I understood everything else you said except for the last part. I'm thinking that autocorrect got to you. Hollywood Purgatory. Saying rape my child is just dumb. Yes, that is ridiculous. Comb 100. Stretch goal idea for Anakin's fighter. A better 6-inch R2 mold. Hey, that's actually really cool. Yeah, that would be. Oh God, not again. Get out of here, freaking. I don't care about nakedness. Stop it. Freaking stupid bots. Justin Mohan. I love that you're Canadian. Oh, thank you, Justin. I don't know. Yes, I love it that I'm a Canadian too. The his tank was wild. I can't believe it got funded so quickly. Absolutely, just freaking ridiculous. Hollywood Purgatory, Mega J. Should Mattel lay off the Cell company for that Max Steel robot? Um, yes, they should. Yes, yes. I took me a while to figure out what you're talking about, but yes, they have no business. They have no business. It doesn't even look like. It doesn't even look anything like that. It's a ridiculous lawsuit. 100%. I totally agree. Just a moment. The WFC Jetfire was pretty good. It's amazing. Honestly, it is a mini masterpiece. 100%. I totally am in love with it. Monkey Jeebus. Is the Crime Syndicate exclusive to Target? I don't know. Is it? Does anybody know the answer to that? That's an interesting question, actually. Hollywood Purgatory. Ed Mega J. This is what's happening in '99 and early 2000s. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yes. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yes. Yojo C. But funded projects are kind of meant to fail if there isn't a need. That's the point. I hear what you're saying, but you shouldn't be bringing it to the table if it was destined to fail to begin with, right? That there should have been red flags, from the get go. James, the prequels are pretty maligned. Sorry, the prequels are pretty maligned when they released, but those that grew up with them now laud them, and the Filoniverse redeemed them. Star Wars was/is for kids in the end. Yes, this is true. But I still appreciate the Phantom Menace. I really do. Darth Misa. Haslab pod racers with LEDs. Although actually, you know what? Maybe you're right. I do like the designs of the pod racers. Honestly, maybe you're right. That actually might be an interesting idea. I'm not sure it would be funded though. Honestly, Ron Sarmiento. Maybe the vintage series Millennium Falcon. Yes, I don't think. You know what? I don't think so though. It's already been in retail, so making a HasLab project of it just doesn't make any sense. I think it would just be reissued on Hasbro Pulse. I think that's the best that can happen. Swugner's Prime. I do want to know why both Transformers and G.I. Joe had 2 completed HasLab projects a piece, and Star Wars has only had 1. No, that's not true. Star Wars has had 2, but it's for the very first one, which was the Jabba sail barge, the katana, and then the second one, of course, was the Razor Crest. Those 2 were successful. Admittedly enough, the katana was just barely. Retro Collector backing. Sorry. You don't have to be sorry. You don't have to be sorry. That ruckus. The ruckus. What's going on? The ruckus. Hey, Mega J. Just use the vintage size Razor Crest as a barometer on how a large scale Black Series Millennium Falcon would be. I know. Freaking ridiculous. Freaking absolutely ginormous. Arthur Sesmas. Star Wars Hasbro has kicked itself in the nards. They have made and remade everything under the sun many times over. I'm a huge Star Wars fan and gave up in the mid 2000s collecting figures. I hear you, Arthur. I understand what you're from. Burnout is a real thing. It really is, especially when you're being shoveled a lot of shovelware over and over and over again. Omega W3 Omega Weapon 13. Amando Starfighter Haslab. Yes. So much yes. Absolutely. I'm totally in on that. The Bounty Hunter. Toy Bounty Hunter. The Hot Toys Millennium Falcon mocked up they had at Con 1 year was 80 feet across, and a 1/12 scale Black Series scale would be about 40 feet across. I know. It's crazy. That is ridiculous. James Serapio. Marvel had a hugely successful Haslab too, and they are Disney. Ultimately, Hasbro screwed up with this Star Wars. Yes, I have to agree in so much that that's exactly what happened. Unfortunately, RC new membership will be made, just a matter of time. I think so too. I totally agree, and apparently Hollywood Purgatory agrees too. This is on Hasbro, not Disney. Yes, Hasbro sets the price, not Disney. Okay, I hear you. I'm talking about the higher ups at Hasbro. I'm not talking about Disney. Yeah, I wonder if you are. That's actually a really good question. Are you a Spunktimus? Tell us, please. Bloodsport 1. Haslab's Yoda's Dagobah playset. That would be neat. Yeah, that would be definitely neat. I would definitely want to see that. Monkey Jubis. It's not Hasbro. Lucasfilms make the calls on Star Wars. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Monkey Jubis. That does make sense. Anakin Skywalker. Hey, Anakin, what's going on? The lightsaber of the youngling I almost slaughtered. Yes, you did slaughter her. She just came back because of vengeance. Vengeance brought her back, Anakin. Vengeance. Hollywood Purgatory. Monkey Jeebus, are you saying Lucasfilm forced $500 and no tier unlocks? Monkey Jeebus. Lucas and Marvel are under Disney, but they license things out separately and they deal and not deal with, but Disney. I hear what you're saying, but at the end of the day, do they have any say? It is hard to say unless we are actually in the know, right? Splinter's Prime. I forgot about Jabba's sail barge. Yes, it was the first, and thankfully, it was not the last. Armando, let's see if Haslab pulls 3 Haslab projects running at the same time around Christmas, like they did last year. Again, I know, just crazy, pure stupidity. Bloodsport, nards. I know, right? Boots, absolutely. Manifest Man 132. What about the vintage series Django or Boba Slave One? Slave One's still in retail. You can still find it in different places. So you don't need to Haslab that. You really don't. Django, maybe Django's Slave One, but it's the same thing, really. Hollow Purgatory, Imperial Shuttle Haslab. Ooh, that a Tidarium Shuttle Tidarium. That would be interesting. Anakin Skywalker. Why can't I not find Boba Fett Black Series? Which one? There are too many out there right now. But if you're talking about the Throne Room Boba Fett, he is very difficult to find. Or if you're talking about the clone or the droids Boba Fett, that's also hard to find. Or if you're talking about the Typhon Boba Fett, the list goes on and on. Toby Bounty Hunter. Sorry, Millennium Falcon for Hot Toys was 18 feet long, not 80. So the Black Series would be 9 feet across. Still huge. Still massive. Hollywood Purgatory. In my humble opinion, Black Series X-Wing or Imperial Shuttle for Haslab are better sells. I agree. I think that X-Wing is doable. I think if all the other projects, they already made the damn TIE Fighter, the X-Wing would be 100% doable. Michael Geringer. Hey, what's going on? G.I. Joe kills another Star Wars Haslab. Ha 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 ha. Hollywood Purgatory. Slave One is sold on Hasbro Pulse. There you go. It's still available. I knew that. I thought so. James, agreed with any Black Series Starfire. Yes, those would be great. Jilly Rice Comics. Would a Rancor Haslab have a chance? It didn't have it. It failed. It failed the first time. They would have to do something really, really special, Jilly, in order for it to actually try again. Because the first Haslab Rancor did not the price was the problem with the first Haslab Rancor. That was the real problem. Hollow Purgatory, Michael Geringer. G.I. Joe is evergreen, baby. Bloodsport 1. Jay, the ultimate Haslab would be AT-AT, Falcon, and X-Wing. Wow. Those would be crazy, but yes. But they would be gigantic. They would be absolutely enormous. Hollow Purgatory, a 6-foot X-Wing you could probably do with like $250 on Haslab. Yes, I actually agree. It'd be very similar to a Sky Striker. James, Cobra used the mass device on Star Wars Haslab. Oh, that's funny. Anakin, I see you collect Motu. How hard was it to find Sunman? Sunman actually, he came in the mail, so I was actually very, very fortunate to get Sunman. So yeah, that wasn't so bad. Sunman was not terribly difficult to find. Thankfully. And you know what? I found him on Amazon actually, so you might want to look on Amazon. Manifest 132. The Blast Effect Boba is on Entertainment Earth. You know what? Now that I think about it, Amazon.com. Masters of the Universe Origins Sunman. I'm just gonna double check here. Yeah, there it is. Holy crap! All right. Who was it? Hey, get out of here. Anakin, I'm putting up a link. He's on sale right now. Go get him. He's only $13.95 right now. So yeah, if you want him, go get him now. Like, holy crap, that is a great deal. I just put a link in the chat. I put a link in the chat. Go check it out. Best of luck to you. Yojo C. A tier for the Saber should have been an ASP, and then the Joe fans would have funded the rest. Absolutely. Hollywood Purgatory. Haslab Black Series X-Wing Starfighter, brand new R2-D2, and Luke Skywalker has retractable computer things. Ooh, that would be nice. Bloodsport. Jay, a Rancor would be successful if it took the sideshow version of the Rancor. Yeah, that thing's a beast. That thing's like this big. Jesus, that thing's huge. Hollywood Purgatory. Another Haslab idea. Darth Vader TIE Fighter. Nah. The one with the apex wings, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. Actually, that the advanced TIE Fighter. Yeah, I think that definitely would work. Bots again. Yeah, I snagged them already. Hollywood Purgatory, Black Series scale, of course. Yes, 100%. Hollywood Purgatory. Imagine Darth Vader TIE Fighter with Darth Vader standing atop it, like in Rebels. Oh, that would be sick. That would be sick. Yes, in the Sith Temple. Oh, that would be awesome. James Serapio, we don't serve their kind around here. You droid on bots. I know exactly. Get out of here. Spunkimus Prime. No, I'm not related to Shartimus Prime, but the name draws inspiration from him. Ding! I appreciate that. I really do. All right, guys. It's pretty obvious that the that Haslab has a long way to go. So many things went wrong with this campaign. Whereas, in stark contrast, you look at what happened with the G.I. Joe Haslab, and it's still going. It's already hit every single one of its tiers, fully funded within 8.5 hours. It really is the difference between listening to the fans and having a real connection to the fandom in general. And I think that they need a shakeup at Haslab Star Wars. No firings. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying a shakeup. Let somebody else try and take the reins for a while, right? Because there are a lot of great ideas with creative people. So maybe somebody else should have a crack at at steering the ship. It actually might do some real good for the future of the Haslab going forward. Guys, this has been an amazing night. Unfortunately, the Reva lightsaber did not make it. Let's just refresh ourselves. The Reva lightsaber earlier 11:59 p.m. did not make its overall funding goal. It ended the project with 1,413 backers overall, and it just did not hit. It did not meet the finish line. It did not. It was not funded and will not be going into production, unfortunately. Tonight we discussed multiple angles and multiple reasons why that happened. We talked about certain aspects of and certain theories as to why they would even propose this type of thing as a Haslab. And going forward, the only thing, the one thing that seems to stick out in everybody's mind is to listen to the fans. The Star Wars team, unfortunately, for whatever reason, seems to have gone a little tone deaf. They don't seem to really understand or connect with the fans at any level anymore. And because of that, they really have suffered in terms of their overall goals for their Haslab projects. That's not to say that Star Wars is dead. Star Wars is far from dead. The Star Wars Black Series continues to thrive. The Vintage Collection continues to make waves. And you know what? They're about to release a brand new San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which looks absolutely brilliant. I'm going to bring it up right now. If I'm not sure if anybody here has seen it yet, but it's pretty cool looking, and I do believe this is actually a Star Wars. Oh, and by the way, She-Ra is going on sale tomorrow. For anybody who doesn't know that, Mondo She-Ra is going on sale tomorrow for 24 hours. So guys, get yourselves ready. $250 for She-Ra. She looks incredible. But yeah, sticking with the Star Wars story, this is pretty freaking awesome. If you're into the Vintage Collection, definitely think about grabbing this if you're going to go to San Diego Comic-Con. Actually, I don't believe so. No, this actually, sorry, what am I talking about? There is not going to be any retail for Hasbro at San Diego Comic-Con, so I believe that this is going to be released eventually as a San Diego Comic-Con, as a SDCC exclusive through the what's it called? Hasbro Pulse. I believe that Hasbro Pulse is going to probably make an announcement very soon about this. Yeah, it's the rescue set, the Star Wars The Mandalorian rescue set. This This is amazing. Okay, anybody who's a fan of the Mandalorian, which there are so many of us, this set includes Mando with blast effects, tweeting birds. I think they're tweeting birds. Somebody remind me. A Death Trooper, Grogu in handcuffs, the what's it called, Moff Gideon, and with a dark saber, and it comes in this beautiful box set, looking absolutely stunning. And once you open up the box set, it actually has this beautiful diorama. Check it out, guys. Oh my god, this is just absolutely ridiculous. We see here that everyone's situated in their own molded plastic. Ironic. And you can see that the Death Troopers have the Dark Troopers have these flame effects, which is amazing. Mando has his singing birds as well as the flamethrower effect. We have this wonderful backdrop of the actual ship, and here in the holding cell we have Grogu, Moff Gideon, and we even have the accessories pack for Mando on the other side. Gorgeous. And I believe this is the only time, or I don't know if the only time, but this Grogu is unique in so much that he actually is molded with a pair of handcuffs. Oh my god, that's just ridiculous. Check it out. He's got tiny little hand. Oh no, he's not molded. He's not molded, but those handcuffs are so tiny. That is ridiculous. Guys, get yourselves ready because this is gonna be a hard one to get. I think a lot of people are gonna be going after this. This is gonna be a really crazy one to try and get at San Diego at the as a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Sorry, as a San Diego Comic Con exclusive on HasbroPulse.com. So yeah, definitely don't sleep on this one, guys. This is the one that you're gonna want to get. The rescue set, vintage collection. And I do believe I don't think I'm wrong in saying this. I do believe that this is a San Diego Comic Con exclusive release. So yeah, guys, get yourselves ready because this is the one that's gonna be sought after by so many different people. It's gonna be crazy. No word on what is actually available. I know some people are asking that question. I have no idea. I have no idea when it's going to be, but keep your ears to the ground. I will be reporting on it as soon as I hear some news on when it's actually going to be, released to the public. But for now, I just wanted to give everybody a heads up on that. And of course, I do want to give everybody a huge heads up on She-Ra, Princess of Power. Guys, tomorrow she goes on sale, July 12th, 2022. They only gave us 1 day's notice on this, guys, but oh my god, seriously, she is amazing. Honestly, if you are at all a fan of the Master Universe, she is incredible. Coming hot off the heels of the release of the He-Man Anniversary Edition that they just released, like not even three or 4 weeks ago. This particular version of She-Ra comes with obviously She-Ra with her multiple tiaras, her Filmation style tiara, a slightly more stylized Filmation style tiara, and tiara which is more patterned off of her Princess of Power Mattel version. Her sword to shield is in gold. Her comb is in gold, and she comes with two different swords of protection. A Filmation style, a Filmation inspired sword of protection, and a golden sword of protection, both with crystals embedded. She also comes with a golden scabbard with Swiftwind at the bottom. I didn't even notice that until now. She also comes with an additional swappable skirt piece and swappable hands, and she even comes with a Filmation style cowl. Amazing. And she even comes with additional hair swappable hair pieces. Absolutely stunning, honestly. $250, 48 hours to order this She-Ra. Honestly, guys, I don't know if she's in your budget because honestly, it's not like don't be ashamed if she's not, because honestly, $250 after having already picked up He-Man for $260, it wouldn't surprise me if you couldn't get that, if you couldn't fit it into your budget. But honestly, she is a stunning example of an action figure. Mondo is killing it right now. Seriously, they are literally killing it. She looks absolutely stunning. Seriously. Some people complain about the boots a little bit. I don't mind them. They actually look pretty cool. A lot of heraldry there. I love the stylized version of the She-Ra. She looks so well put together and does actually capture that Filmation look just enough. And of course, with pitting her beside Hordak, looking so amazing. Honestly, there she is with her rather stylized version. This is the actual Princess of Power tiara that she's wearing here. It can actually be a reverse, so she can wear it like a mask. So that's awesome. And look, there's Cowl. Good to see him. Seriously, guys, if you do have the opportunity to buy it, you do have 2 days, full 48 hours, 2 full days to try and get her. Best of luck to everybody who is trying to get this version of She-Ra. Yeah, guys, this has been an amazing night. I want to thank everybody here for joining me for this post-mortem of the Reva or the Reva's lightsaber. It's bittersweet, guys. I mean, like in terms, and what I mean by that is that it would have been a really nice project. It really would have been. Let's be perfectly honest. A lightsaber at any junction is a wonderful idea. I do like the concept, but it was ill conceived from the beginning. I mean, like, it's a wonderful piece of technology. Everything about it is great, seriously, but no one is going to buy a $499 lightsaber. It's just not in the cards. It just doesn't matter. It just does not make any sense. The next closest to that is $275, which is of course the Obi-Wan lightsaber, and that's close to half of the cost. You could buy two Obi-Wan lightsabers for nearly the full cost of this one Reva lightsaber. Its naming convention didn't work either. Like, honestly, most people I would have been more interested on this if it was actually the Inquisitor's lightsaber. Instead, they decided to pigeonhole themselves and call it the Reva's lightsaber. And then it doesn't even spin. It doesn't even do the one unique thing that was so unique about the lightsaber itself. It doesn't spin. All those factors combined really did make for just a disastrous, outcome. As we can see here, guys, last look at this, and this is the last time we're ever going to take a look at this on this channel. No, that's a lie. We are probably going to refer to this at least a couple times for other examples later down the road. But at the end, the Reva lightsaber did not hit its funding goal. Only 1,413 backers, way down from its high of 1,500 backers at one point. Guys, this was an unfortunate example of, just poor choices in a lot of ways. A lot of poor choices. And I think the Star Wars Haslab team really has to do a lot of soul searching, and I think that they really do need a shakeup. That's my overall opinion of the situation, and I hope you guys don't take that the wrong way. I'm not trying to, throw anybody on the bus. I just think they really have to take a long look in the mirror and decide what to do next. But what they really need to do, and this is just something that every single team should do, that any sort of consumerist-based organization needs to do: listen to your fans, listen to the people who you are making products for. They will tell you what they want. Okay, sometimes what they tell you is not what you want to hear. I get that, but honestly, they have some great ideas, and every now and then you'll find something that you can really hang on to and make into something great. Listen to your fan base. That is probably the easiest and simplest thing to do, and I hope that someone really starts paying attention over at Hasbro, and Hasbro Pulse. Guys, this has been an amazing evening. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you so much for all the comments. You guys are the best. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I post up to 2 episodes a week, and I hope you guys will enjoy. And if you enjoyed this episode, please consider hitting that like button. It really does help the channel, guys. It really does help me out. Guys, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Last comments before we log off for the night. Where are we here? I'm Mondo. Bro, I work in Hollywood. It's not going to change the story. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. And you're in the thick of it, eh? What's Hollywood? I don't know what that is. Captain Vergifted. A Tomahawk classified Haslab. Ooh. Oh, that thing's huge. Oh my God, that's crazy. James Sarapio. Manifest 132. Vamp would be an instant buy for me. 100%. James must resist She-Ra. Right, Rick N. It just set up, I love Adora, the original. Yes, she is amazing, isn't she? Arthur Seamus. Hummingbirds. Hummingbirds. Yes, my apologies. Hummingbirds. That's right. RC. Will you make a vid when it's available? Absolutely, RC. I will be making a vid. Toot sweet. Manifest Man 132. James Serapio, no doubts that we will get it 100%. James, Aurora Ken, yeah, she and He-Man were both tempting, but at $250 each, I can get a lot of Warhammer figures for that. That is true. El Diablo Captain Wepa. Sorry, I apologize if I butchered that. Love your shows. It's awesome. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you so much, Captain Wepa. I'm sorry. El Diablo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize. Palpatine 1975. Good afternoon, Jay. Good afternoon, my friend, my Lord Palpatine. James Serapio. Manifest. Oh, yeah. Since you can do both MK Mark 1 and Mark 2, as well as the Stinger with the tooling, no brainer for Hasbro. Absolutely. Jilly Reyes Comics. Damn, that She-Ra is glorious. Virtual hug. Thank you. Thank you, Jilly. She's amazing. If you can save up your pennies, go grab her in the next 2 days because it's a 48-hour timed release. Capitan Vergiften, I'd buy that for $1. I'd buy that for $250. $250 is what you're going to need. James Serapio. The armor details are a really nice touch. Yes, the heraldry behind it is just glorious. Robert Ken at Jim Serapio. I need to start saving now. That's two Haslab next year. A Sky Striker and his tank wallet will be taking a major hit. Take advantage of the payment plans if you can, guys. James, oh yeah, I'm going in for that his tank too. Jeez. Well, at least you got a full month. At least you got a full month. Darth Wizard. Aha. No one cares about Reva for one thing. True, Jay. Wasn't impressed with Kenobi. I hear you, brother. RC, not even close. Captain Vergiften. I backed 2 Haslab so far. Wow, his tank so far. Incredible. Darth Wizard. Disney doesn't care. That's the problem, I think. Bad content. Ooh, shots fired. Darth Wizard. Thanks, Jay. No problem, Darth Wizard. Good to see you, my friend. Captain Vergiften. Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night, Captain Vergiften. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Jilly Reyes Comics. You can never go wrong by listening to your fan base. Jilly, if you're still here, let me know if you are still up later. Maybe we can chat. Ready to go back at 24. James Serapio. I'm just not interested in anything that's politically correct. I don't care about the politics being shoved down my throat, but I really don't care about Star Wars other than the other one, the original trilogy. I hear you, brother. Keep it simple, man. It's all about the fandom. Robert Ken, thank you, pare, for the stream. I needed that. Igna pare, tatulog na yan. Tatulog ka na. I will be getting some rest, my friend. I will be getting some rest. Maraming salamat po, pare. Ingat. Good night. Geek proud, my friend. Buenas noches, Captain Vergiften. Buenas noches to you too, my friend. Blessed for one. Peace, Jay. Peace, brother. Jilly. Talk soon, Jay. Awesome, brother. Let's get on the horn. Bloodsport 1, Haslab Rattler, or even better, Raven. Raven's going to be massive. Raven is going to be absolutely massive. James, thanks for the school night stream, Jay. Stay safe, geeks. Remember to keep collecting and media consumption fun. Absolutely, James. Renegade 24 Biker, my dude. Never feel like anything existing or something forced on you. I've dealt with discrimination my whole life, and I didn't force a thing. Don't worry about it, guys. No, it's all clean. It's all good here. We're all friends, and this is gonna be awesome, guys. Renegade Biker, Hollywood. I think you owe me an apology. I am an OT. It's okay, guys. We're all here, and we're all just here to have fun. It's all good. It's all good. Renegade, I hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, Jilly, talk to you soon, brother. Renegade, it's all good. We're gonna get through this, bro. We're gonna get through this. Darth Wizard, 100% Renegade Biker. I'm amazed that Hollywood can't make a movie anymore. 100%. Guys, I want to thank each one of you for being here, liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. May the Force be with you, everyone. Geek proud.